The doorbell's chime cut through the quiet Sunday morning like a knife through silk, pulling me from my ritual of black coffee and market reports in my $15 million Atherton estate. I glanced at the security feed, and time froze. There they were, 3 figures from a buried past, huddled at my gate like beggars at a feast. My mother, Elena, her once impeccable facade cracked by age and hardship. My brother, Dylan, his athletic swagger reduced to slumped shoulders. My sister, Mia, her polished beauty faded into weary lines. They pressed the intercom, voices pleading through the speaker, "Please. We're her family. Just tell her we're here." Family? The word twisted in my gut like a rusted blade. I set down my mug with deliberate calm, though inside, a storm of old wounds threatened to rage. 18 years. That's how long I'd been erased from their lives, calls blocked, letters returned. My existence scrubbed clean from their perfect narrative. Now, at 36, as Emily Carter, founder of Nexus FinTech, a powerhouse in AI-driven financial security that turned startups into empires. I held all the cards. But this wasn't about winning. It was about making them feel the void they'd carved into me. The sun streamed through my expansive windows, highlighting the sleek lines of my home office where dual monitors flickered with real-time analytics from Nexus. Every inch of this place screamed triumph, the Infinity Edge pool overlooking the hills, the custom art collection from emerging talents I'd mentored, the silent hum of my electric fleet in the garage. I'd built it all from the ashes of their rejection, turning pain into precision, doubt into dominance. As I approached the gate on foot, my steps measured and unhurried in tailored slacks and a crisp blouse, I felt the weight of those years. Elena clutched a faded tote bag. Dylan shifted uncomfortably in worn jeans. Mia fiddled with her phone, her nails chipped, a far cry from the manicured queen she'd been. I stopped just beyond the bars, letting the distance speak. "Hello, Mother," I said, my tone as cool as the boardroom negotiations that had made me millions. "What brings you to my doorstep after all this time?" Back in our Minneapolis suburb on Elm Avenue, the house had been a picture of Midwestern perfection: neat lawn, holiday lights that outshone the neighbors, a facade hiding the rot within. Love was doled out like rations in wartime, and I was always last in line. At 9, I watched Dylan get a hero's parade for his Little League home run, backyard barbecue, relatives fawning, his bat mounted like a relic. That same day, my spelling bee win earned a distracted "good job" from Elena as she rushed to Mia's dance recital. Mia was the star, her room a shrine of tutus and trophies, hours spent with Elena perfecting every pirouette. When I asked for help with my school play costume, Elena sighed. "You're clever enough to handle it yourself." Emily, clever, but never cherished. The disparities piled up like unpaid bills. Dylan's sports gear, thousands yearly. Mia's lessons, endless indulgences. My plea for art supplies? "We can't afford extras for hobbies." Even then, I sensed it. I was the afterthought, the child who disrupted their golden duo. My 12th birthday sealed the ache. I'd saved pocket money for streamers, invited classmates, even attempted a cake from a box mix. But Mia had a sudden audition, and the family piled into the car without a backward glance. "We'll do something later," Elena promised airily. Later never came. They returned buzzing about Mia's callback. My wilted decorations forgotten. By high school, I'd faded into the wallpaper, straight A's ignored. Debate team victories met with shrugs. Elena was at Mia's performances, Dad buried in work, deferring to her iron rule. The breaking point hit senior year, acceptance to Stanford on a merit scholarship. Hidden applications fueled by a counselor's quiet encouragement. I presented the letter with trembling hope. Elena's face twisted. California? Absurd. You'll stay local. Community college. Help around here. Dylan needs focus for his football scouts. Mia's modeling gigs. Family's sacrifice. Emily. Know your place. My place, the shadow. The servant. The disposable one. What if I refuse? I whispered. She scoffed. Refuse? You're not like them. You're ordinary. Grateful we kept you this long. You'll crash and burn alone, you lack the spark. Those words etched into my soul like acid. That night, I withdrew my $250 from Odd Jobs babysitting. Lawn mowing, packed a duffel. Left a note. I'm claiming my own path. Greyhound to San Francisco. Heart pounding with terror and resolve. For months, I reached out, weekly calls. Emails detailing my safety. My struggles. At first, rings went unanswered. Then, blocks kicked in. Mia's social media glowed with sibling goals posts. Dylan in the frame. Me airbrushed out. Final straw, Thanksgiving. Alone in a dingy shared flat. Borrowing a phone. Elena picked up. Voice ice, you're gone from us. Emily. Don't call again. Click. The line went dead. And so did something inside me. San Francisco hit like a tidal wave, buzzing tech hubs amid street grit. Dreams clashing with despair. I arrived broke. Slept on benches the first night until a kind stranger pointed me to a shelter. Rented a shoebox room in the Tenderloin. For $150 monthly. Walls thin as paper. Jobs, data entry at a fledgling app company by day. Waitressing nights in a dive bar. Burns on my hands from hot plates. Feet aching from endless shifts. Exhaustion clawed at me. But each grueling hour spat defiance at Elena's curse. Rejections mounted, 22 interviews. Dismissed for no degree. No network. One exec smirked. What makes you think you fit in tech? Echoes of home. But I adapted. Devouring free online courses at libraries. Mastering AI basics. Analyzing fintech gaps. A free seminar at UC Berkeley shifted the tide. Professor Marcus Hale. Dissecting financial fraud in the digital age. My question on predictive algorithms caught his ear. Sharp insight, he said post-talk. Grad student. Self-taught, I admitted. He offered mentorship. Talent like yours wastes away without guidance. Come to my office hours. Marcus became my anchor. The father figure I'd craved, stern. Insightful. Pushing me beyond limits. Pain is fuel. Emily. But strategy turns it into fire. Under him. I birthed Nexus FinTech, an AI platform spotting fraud in real time for small banks. Affordable yet ironclad. Coded in stolen hours. Fueled by ramen and grit. Walls plastered with algorithms. Lost weight. Gained migraines. But the first demo worked, a shield against hacks that bigger firms overlooked. Marcus connected me to investors. 25 pitches. Rejections galore, too green. Too risky. Until Lena Voss. A venture capitalist fresh from her own underdog win. Saw the hunger. You're a fighter. $200,000 seed. Deliver in 5 months. That capital was dynamite. I relocated to a Mission District walk-up. Hired 2 coders, Jamal. A overlooked genius from community college, Sophia. A data was ignored for her immigrant roots. We toiled in a rented warehouse. Pizza-fueled marathons, blurring days. Setback. Rival firm Quantum Guard launched a mimic product. Clients wavering. Pivot or sell, Lena urged. No, I dug deeper. Sophia cracking a flaw in their system, our AI evaded. Demo to banks, flawless. Exposing vulnerabilities without slander. Contracts flooded, $3 million first year. Growth exploded, offices in Menlo Park. Team of 20. Series A at $40 million valuation. Acquisitions tempted, JP Morgan's $50 million bid. I declined. This was my fortress. By year 4, Nexus hit $800 million valuation, 150 staff, global reach. Wired cover, the AI maverick redefining finance. I bought my first condo. Bay Views. Celebrated with takeout alone. Toasting Marcus, who'd passed from illness. But not before seeing our IPO. You proved them all wrong, he'd rasped. While I soared. What of them? I didn't obsess. But public records whispered. Dylan's coaching gigs fizzled. Debts mounting, Mia's marriages crumbled. Lavish lifestyles imploding, Elena's health declined amid financial ruin. Their downfall mirrored my rise. Poetic in its cruelty. Now, at my gate. Elena's eyes brimmed. Emily. Darling, we've nowhere left. Can we stay? I didn't laugh, I seethed inwardly. The old hurt bubbling. Come in, I said. Unlocking the gate. They trailed me inside. Gawking at the opulence, the marble foyer. The home theater. The wine cellar stocked with vintages I'd learned to appreciate alone. I led them to the lounge. Screens ready. Before charity. Truth. Slides flickered, family photos cropping me out. Ignored awards beside their glorified trinkets. My desperate emails post-exile, 43 please. Unread. Read one, I demanded. Mia choked on sobs as I recited, Mom. It's cold here. I miss you. Please. Then their posts, best siblings ever, hours after my blocked calls. Phone logs, blocks, changes. My timeline, Stanford nights. Nexus birth. Billions. Theirs, bankruptcies. Divorces. Dad's stroke, obit naming 2 kids. Not 3. You knew. Dylan gasped. Watched from afar. Shock deepened. Financial autopsy, Elena's cancer meds. $250,000 owed. Dylan's $150,000 hole. Mia's custody battle. Assets vanished. You need $600,000 to breathe, I stated. Plus support. Elena begged, family helps. Family? Fury simmered. You ghosted me. Pronounced me dead. Deliberate erasure. Silence condemned them. I'll aid, but on terms. Folders slid across. Contracts for public confessions in the Star Tribune admit favoritism. Abandonment. Theft of my chances. In exchange, debts cleared. Elena's care. No further contact. Humiliate us? Mia wailed. Echo what you inflicted. Pride or survival. Debates raged. Tears flowed. Mia signed for her sons. They deserve better. Dylan. Defeated. No choice. Elena. Broken. I forged this monster. No survivor. Funds transferred. Statements published. They left. Shadows in my drive. Honda sputtering away. In my study. Under Marcus's photo. I whispered. Revenge tastes hollow. Yet, trusts for Mia's kids' anonymous educations ensured the cycle broke. Boardroom next, expanding Nexus scholarships for the overlooked. Victory? Not in their fall. But my rise unbreakable. Chosen family of peers. No blood required. The pain lingered. A scar. But it propelled me. They deemed me nothing. I became indispensable. On my terms.